Did we sleep together last night, Mark? Those 7 words hung in the air of Mark Wilson's small kitchen like a guillotine blade. His boss, Elaine Prescott, the woman he'd respected for 3 years, the executive who'd always treated him fairly despite his complicated schedule as a single father, stood before him in borrowed clothes, her face pale and uncertain. Mark felt his world begin to crumble. How could one simple act of kindness lead to this moment that would change everything? If you're wondering how a decent man's life could be turned upside down by helping someone in need, please hit that like button and subscribe to hear more stories that explore the unexpected consequences of our everyday choices. 24 hours earlier, Mark had been focused on just making it through another Friday. The quarterly reports were due, his 7-year-old daughter Lily had a dance recital that evening, and he was running on 4 hours of sleep. The life of a single dad working in corporate finance wasn't glamorous, but he'd found his rhythm in the 3 years since Sarah's death. The office was buzzing with anticipation for the company's annual achievement celebration. As a mid-level financial analyst, Mark had helped secure a major client that quarter, but celebrations weren't on his mind. He needed to finish his work, pick up Lily from her after-school program, get her to the recital, and somehow manage to be both mother and father for another day. "Wilson, you're coming tonight, right?" Trevor from marketing called across the cubicles. "Open bar at the loft. The whole executive team will be there." Mark shook his head. "Can't. Lily's dance recital." Trevor rolled his eyes. "Man, you need to live a little. Being a dad doesn't mean your life is over." But to Mark, being Lily's dad meant his old life was over, and that was okay. She was all that mattered now. His phone buzzed with a text from Mrs. Patel, their elderly neighbor who sometimes watched Lily. "Don't worry about rushing. Taking Lily for ice cream after school. We'll have her ready for recital by 6. For the first time that day, Mark breathed easier. Maybe he could stop by the celebration for just an hour. Elaine Prescott, his direct supervisor, had championed his flexible schedule when he'd needed it most after Sarah's passing. The least he could do was show his face and thank her for the support. The loft was packed with his colleagues when Mark arrived. The music pulsed as he navigated through groups of people already loosened by alcohol and the freedom of Friday evening. He spotted Elaine at the bar, looking uncharacteristically casual in a simple black dress instead of her usual tailored suits. "Mark. You made it," she called, waving him over. At 42, Elaine was only a few years older than Mark, but her position as finance director put her 2 levels above him in the company hierarchy. She'd always maintained professional boundaries while being understanding of his situation. "Just for a bit," he explained. "Lily's recital is at 7. "The famous Lily," Elaine smiled. "I feel like I know her from all your stories." "How old is she now?" 7 going on 17, Mark laughed. "She informed me this morning that my choice of breakfast cereal was tragically basic." Elaine's laugh was genuine. "Smart girl. Takes after her dad." She signaled the bartender. "One drink before you go?" To celebrate landing the Westridge account? One drink turned into conversation about the company's future, Elaine's vision for the department, and eventually, more personal matters. Mark rarely spoke about Sarah with colleagues, but something about the evening, perhaps the relief of completing a difficult quarter or the unusual chance to socialize, loosened his guard. "It'll be 3 years next month," he found himself saying. "Sometimes I still reach for her side of the bed in the morning." Elaine's eyes softened. "I can't imagine. You've done an amazing job with Lily, though. Sarah would be proud." Mark checked his watch and jumped up. "I need to go, it's 6:30. "Of course," Elaine said, standing too quickly and swaying slightly. Mark noticed then how many empty glasses sat before her. "Are you okay?" he asked. "Fine," she insisted, though her eyes couldn't quite focus. "Just celebrating a little too enthusiastically. The divorce was finalized yesterday." Mark hadn't known she was going through a divorce. Elaine was intensely private about her personal life. I should call you a cab, he said, reaching for his phone. No. Her response was too loud, drawing glances from nearby colleagues. She lowered her voice. I mean, I'm fine. I just need some air. But when she took a step, her ankle rolled, and Mark caught her elbow to steady he. Let me help you outside, he insisted. We'll get you a ride, outside. The cool evening air seemed to make Elaine worse rather than better. She leaned heavily against him, her professional demeanor completely dissolved. No cabs, she mumbled. Don't want anyone to see me like this. Especially not the team. Mark checked his watch again. 6:40, Lily would be looking for him in the audience soon. His heart raced with the impossible choice, leave his boss in a potentially dangerous situation or miss his daughter's performance. That he made a quick decision and called Mrs. Patel. I'm so sorry, he explained. Work emergency. Can you possibly take Lily to the recital? I'll meet you there if I can. Mrs. Patel, bless her heart, agreed immediately. Don't worry, Beta. I'll record everything if you're late. With that settled, Mark helped Elaine into his car. I'll take you home, he said. Where do you live? Elaine gave an address in Westlake, an upscale neighborhood about 20 minutes away. As Mark drove, she grew quieter, staring out the window. I'm sorry, she finally said. This is unprofessional. It's okay, Mark assured her. Everyone has rough days. 12 years, she said softly. 12 years, and he left me for his 26-year-old assistant. Such a cliché, right? She laughed bitterly. I devoted everything to my career because he said he supported my ambition. Turns out he was just waiting for someone who wouldn't outshine him. Mark didn't know what to say. This was a side of Elaine he'd never seen, vulnerable, hurt, When they reached her address, an elegant townhouse with a manicured front garden, Elaine fumbled with her purse. I can't find my keys, she said, panic rising in her voice. They must be. I don't know where they are. Mark helped her search, but the keys weren't in her purse or pockets. Could they be at the bar, he suggested. Tears welled in Elaine's eyes. I can't go back there. Everyone will see. Mark checked the time again, 7:10. Lily's recital had already started. He made another difficult decision. Let me take you to my place, he offered. You can sleep it off, and we'll figure things out in the morning. By the time they arrived at Mark's modest 3-bedroom house in the suburbs, Elaine was barely conscious. He helped her inside and settled her on the living room couch, placing a glass of water and some aspirin on the coffee table. He wrote a quick note explaining where she was in case she woke up confused, then rushed back to his car. He made it to the elementary school auditorium just as the final group was performing. Lily's face lit up when she spotted him slipping into the back row next to Mrs. Patel, who patted his hand understandingly. After the recital, Lily bounced over to him in her tutu. Daddy! Did you see me? I remembered all the steps. You were amazing, sweetheart, he said, hugging her tightly.